So today we're going to be doing some hill repeats. I don't know how long, 2 hours maybe. So we're going to be going from the ferry up the hill all the way up to the roundabout, and then we come down the back behind the church, up the church steps, back down, and all the way back down to the ferry, round and around. It's a really difficult loop because it's either all up or all down or stairs, obviously, but it's from a training point of view, it's phenomenal. Your hill repeats is what gives you core strength, gives you the ability to go on hour after hour in the long runs, because running on the flat then becomes a lot easier, obviously. And you'll find once you start doing hill repeats, you build on them. They're not that difficult. I tend to enjoy them, weirdly. But we'll do some video actually on the repeats themselves, and we'll do some more talking about that when we're doing it, just to try and make something interesting for you guys. Okay, half an hour in. Each of these loops is 1.25 mile, so it's a good loop. My pace 30 minutes miles average, so I'm not racing, I'm not, you know, jumping through hoops here. It's about tolerance and endurance building. That's it. 2 hours doing this. You've had a run, a real run, as you see from the speeded up loop I'll put on now in a while, I think, which is nice. I've got Namibia coming up in November, so I'll be training all summer in the hottest parts of the day, because Namibia is 50 degrees and that's 250k multi-day, 5 days race where you've got to carry everything yourself, except they move a tent for you. Everything else, food, water, everything. But you can get water every 10 mile. So you start with about 10 kilogram, and then the weight wears down as the days go on. So the last day is a 90k run. So that's, you've got to build tolerance. And of course, ultramarathons are my thing, so I love them. I don't know if it's pain, well you do get a lot of pain. Xterra 50k, which is just on ultramarathon. It was a race though, there's a lot of pain in that for me this time. It took me a couple of days to get over it because I got a PB. I don't normally race these things, but I did. It's the last ultra, realistically, for the summer. Now my training looks like 2.5 to 3 hours a day running, 2.5 to 3 hours a day in the gym, walk the dog. So I could be up for 7 hours a day physical activity, and I'm lucky currently I'm not working currently. I finished work completely to concentrate on my training, see where that takes me. We've got some projects on the go. Take a look at Runs Ultras, obviously you're probably already on that over on Facebook. I've got a YouTube channel, a multi-sporting community, a group we've just started, which is aiming to bring everybody into sport on the islands, make an inclusive community hub where everybody can join. So there's going to be no tolerance for racism, misogyny. You know, everybody's equal in sport, I believe. I genuinely believe that. Whatever your ability is, if you're blind, you're in a wheelchair, you're deaf, Doesn't matter. It matters to me. Doesn't matter to our group. I was a scuba diving instructor for some time with Paddy. I've worked with lots of people with different disabilities under the water. So I understand that everybody has a contribution. Everybody. If it's mental health, we've all got mental health issues. It's Mental Health Week this week, as you probably know. There's not a one of us that has a mental health issue. That's why a lot of us do sports. It controls that. Me personally, you know, I've suffered with depression in the past, addiction issues. That's why I run long, I run ultras, things people think are crazy. 24, 27 hour non-stop runs. But exercise is my own personal demons doing that. I get to talk to camera, talk to you guys. I hope you find it interesting sometimes. And that's what we aim to do. So we're going to be building this great big community on Malta. It will be the biggest. We're going to partner up with lots of athletes, doctors, nurses, educators, the full gambit. And we will partner with some companies whose values align with ours. You know, anybody can get on board with the mission statements that we're releasing soon. You know, we're not going to be doing any advertising. It's a total non-profit. We're not going to monetize it in any way, because people see through that straight away. And that's not what sport's about for me. Sport's about sport, not making money. Obviously, if you've got a sports shop, you make money. But we'll be letting gyms advertise, sporting events, classes, OAP classes, any and all classes, any and all events, as long as they're professional events and they align with the values, and there's no discrimination at all in the acceptance of people doing it. If they can't accept everybody, unfortunately they won't be allowed on with us until they can reach a level where they can reasonably accept every ability, people with mental health, everything, which is not hard to do. You know, you've just got to educate yourself a little, that's all. Okay, some premises might not be wheelchair accessible, and that'll be a whole different bridge. We'll work with them to try and get ramps in place, etc. But we are really going to try and work for the community on this one. And I know it's what people want, so it's going to be a good thing for sure. We're already going, the group's going really big. A couple of days, we've only just started it. Members just climbing on board because they see it's what they want, a hub where people can get together, speak about sport in one place. And we're going to have individual rooms within the hub for individual sports where people can go, and online rooms where people can go and talk to others in their field, see what people are doing, get together, organise events, everything. We've got some big plans. We've already got some athletes on board. Of course, Ryan Mesh, he was a good friend of mine. We'll be interviewing him this Sunday. Not your usual interview though, I'm not going to be doing that, talking about the athlete necessarily. We'll touch on the athletes or people I interview, but I'm approaching it from more from a personal level. I want people to get to know what makes people like them, people like me, people like you tick. That's what's important, not what race you won, how fast you can run. That's just physical attributes. We can't match that. I can run, you know, for God knows how many hours, but I can never beat, you know, a lot of you in a race, and that's a physical thing. It doesn't matter. So well, I'm not interested in that. I know people aren't, but we'll discuss kit, nutrition, health, all those things that matter to you, matter to me, and that's what's important. Short interviews, 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes max, in and out. You know, you try and get as much information out of the person as I can. Keep it light and informal. As you can see, church steps are difficult. I walk up these and then I'll be off running again shortly. But what a view. That's a training ground. Bonju. I'm really lucky. Oh, everybody that lives here is lucky. It's amazing. I even like the sun. Makes me feel like I've had a really good workout. So as you can see, talking to you is making me a bit more tired than necessarily would be. Well, I'm on the back of the 50k, so I had a big month last month, as a lot of you will know. I did a 12-hour run, 24-hour run, 27-hour run, and I did the 6 times around Gozo on the Xterra 50k course. Every day for 6 days I did it, once a day every day for 6 days. 300k, which is a record. I don't think anyone's ever done it more than once. If you have, let me know. I'll be interested. I'd like to talk to you personally about that. We can swap stories. I've got a lot of stories about doing that. That was hard. I got some videos on YouTube. The ultra runners, you'll find links to them on this Facebook though, somewhere. I'm going to put a link. Actually, no, there is a link to my YouTube. Yes, take a look, subscribe. That'd be great. Like the videos if you like them. Comments. I always want comments. I love to hear from people. I love to talk to people. If you're just starting, if you're a better ultra runner than me, I want to hear from everybody. I can learn from everybody. You know, I learn from beginners, people who've only ran a mile. You can learn from them. They might have a bit of kit I've not tried. They found it good, then I'll try it, and I find it good. You probably learn more from the beginners than you do the elites and the ultra runners, because as you get up the ladder, tend to all rotate towards the same kit, same shoes, because we all know it works. We don't tend to move outside the box too much because we don't want to risk it. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. It's good to try new things. To be honest, my shoes, I don't think I've ever bought the same pair of shoes twice. I always rotate. I have 4 or 5 pairs at a time on the go. I rotate through them, trail and road. The best shoes at the moment are Nike Alpha Fly for road. I can't tell you how good they are. Trail though, I wouldn't recommend anything. Ultra Hoka, some good ones out there, but that's really individual. Road is different, you know, of course. So stay tuned, lots more to come.